It's Too T3rpd.
All right. Question number 1. Y'all freestyle?
No.
You sure, Adam?
Positive.
Definitely not. Don't want to disrespect anybody with
Okay.
that stuff coming out of my mouth.
All right. Fair enough. I got you.
I could try, but nah.
All right. Fair enough. Always got to test it. Always got to see. You know, every now and then people do it. Sometimes they don't. But you know, it ain't no big deal because they ain't what we here for. We here to get lit and get smoking because it's a Too T3rpd podcast. And it's your boy Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. You Knew What It Was when you signed up. I'm so crazy. I'm over here pointing and shit like the camera's right there. That's how used I am to this shit. I know they probably looking like, what the fuck is he doing right now?
It's really a shame the camera wouldn't work today.
Nah, this is a special edition, y'all. Y'all already know we got this is one of them OG episodes, yo. This is like what I miss doing, yo. This is like back in the day when I first started, and you know I was doing this as a cannabis podcast, a cannabis only podcast. Like back when we first started, when Ned was back around. But it's good to see that some people still hold those same old school values and cores, and they're still doing it to this day. And they might be new to the Missouri cannabis scene, but they definitely ain't new to cannabis at all. So I want to give a special introduction to some of the newer homies in the life and a part of the Too T3rpd fam. Let's give it up for Jeff and Adam of Razor's Edge Farm.
Thank you for having us.
Hold on now. You already know that live audience out there. Come on.
Nice.
Let's go.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Oh, my bad. Ooh, didn't mean to do that one too. All right, it's just the audience though, for now. So
Slow down, everybody.
That's right. But as y'all all can't see, we're doing an audio only podcast today. We're doing this special today. That's what I mean by the old school version, because we back with some old school growers. Hey, they said y'all ain't allowed to see their identity right now, man. They trying to stay behind the scenes.
Got to keep it on the low.
That's right. They said the only way y'all gonna notice us is by that label and that pressure that we putting out. And they got all types of goodies. Like, I'm excited, Joe. This is gonna be a fire ass episode. They got the whole goodie bag for me today. We gonna dip into the goodie bag. We gonna talk about their origins. We gonna have a good time today.
Let's get it.
That's right. How y'all doing today? Let's start off with that.
Feel good, man.
Hell yeah. And that's Adam that we hearing from right now. And then we got Jeff over here.
That's me.
Hell yeah. How you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. Monday. Really sick of the sun and blue skies. I really want some rain and some nice fall weather.
Really?
I do, dude. I'm a summer guy, but like I'm ready for a little fall.
All right, fair
a
enough.
little break. Like just, you know, we need rain.
Yeah, the fall is a sign of harvest time. So,
And it's been hot.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like I'm ready for a hoodie.
Yeah, hoodie weather is, it's upon the sweater weather, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, into some fire times. All right, I guess y'all didn't talk me into it. I guess we can go ahead and bring in some fall weather. I'm really a summer baby, so
It's been a great summer.
it has.
It's time.
I guess.
We're in October.
All right, fair enough. But all right, let's go ahead and get the business real quick. Let's get started with y'all cannabis origins. Let's get started with how y'all first fell in love with the plant. Okay, we're gonna get started with Adam first.
Well, you know, Jeff and I both started smoking herb at 13 years old. So, so we go way back. As far as in love with the plant, you know, I didn't really get to grow until after college. So
Okay.
that was, you know, 03.
Okay. Well, even as far as like early smoking experiences, like how did that go? Like, talk to me about that.
Well, I'll tell a quick story. So the first time I ever consumed cannabis was with Adam. We went to a lot of concerts in that era of junior high school.
Okay.
And that particular night, we went to the Fox Theater. We saw Lenny Kravitz.
Oh shit, that's fire.
You know, like we would see anybody. Like if there was a show, it didn't matter if like we were just into him. It was just something to do that night to get out of the house. And our parents were cool with us going to concerts. So we would get away. And, you know, one of the kids that we went with had a sleepover afterwards. And, you know, the pipes came out, the weed came out. And he was like, "You want to hit this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so I tried it. And to be honest, I didn't get high.
Oh, they had that boo boo.
It was all boo-boo in 1993. Unless you just
Damn.
knew somebody. But
I was born in 92.
Yeah. So we're talking a long time ago. And, I just, wanted to try it. And I tried it. And I think the next weekend I smoked out of a bong. And that did it. And again, we went to a lot of concerts. We got to see the Grateful Dead more than, I think Adam got to see him 5 times. I saw him 4 times. And we got introduced to really good herb, like in the parking lot scenes. Like that was probably the first time. Adam might have had some friends, older brother, that might have shown him some really good weed. But like for me, I think vividly, I remember seeing like some indoor weed, in the dead lot. And I bought some and I was just like, wow, this is like what I see in High Times.
Yeah.
And that really like opened my eyes up of like, okay, it's out here. I just got to figure out how to find it.
Yeah.
And that happened at an early age.
That's fire, yo.
Which is crazy. And I do think, the music, having, friends with older brothers, I had an older brother, and just being introduced to it. And, that's kind of what got us into it. And then, I guess, we were friends in junior high. We both went to different high schools in St. Louis. And after high school, I wanted to go to Colorado.
What high schools did y'all go to?
I went to Ladue.
Ladue. So what was it like being a pothead at Ladue? Especially around that time.
I wasn't alone. There was plenty, for sure. I don't remember that first night Jeff's talking about either. I remember seeing Lenny Kravitz, but not that weed part of it.
Adam was already like, a little ahead of the game. Him and his Ladue crew, I had to catch up.
Okay. So then what was your experience like then?
Like my first experience?
Yeah.
Really just after school behind the Ethical Society, which is a libertarian church. We just smoked weed out of a Coke can, straight up.
Hell no.
Yeah. Which we were later warned that that's not such a hot idea.
Kids don't know the struggle these days.
Burning aluminum's not a good idea.
So did you get high the first time?
Well, I don't think that was my first time smoking, but that was the first time I got high.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't uncommon then. I don't know if it's still like this.
I knew a few people that didn't get high the
You don't
first
necessarily get high the first time you smoke.
Well, unfortunately for me, I definitely got high the first time.
With the weed that we have now, yeah.
Well, it was around the first time like concentrates really started getting popular.
Yeah.
I had got dabbed my first time ever smoking.
That's going to do it.
Yeah, and I was drunk, so.
Nice.
Were you spinning?
Oh, man. Like, I had the funhouse effect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't smoke for like probably a year or two after that. And then my wife now, she got me to smoke back then and like changed my life. I was like, okay, now this is what it's supposed to be like.
Just kind of clicked. Like, I like this feeling. Like, this is for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Totally.
I just had a couple of times where it was moments just, smoking by myself. And it was like, oh man, like, why have I been doing the things I've been doing? Like, why am I working the way that I'm working? Does it really actually matter to me to do that? Or would I rather be happy, like chasing my dreams and shit like that? Like, just made me start thinking deeper and shit like that. So I honestly don't even think I would be doing any of the things that I was doing or doing what I'm doing today if I hadn't started smoking weed. It kind of helped me open my mind a lot more and focus.
It's a cool take because, like, as a kid in junior high school, like I probably didn't think that deep after I smoked. It was just like, let's listen to some good music and like just vibe out and get high with your buddies.
But clearly it has the ability to break down those walls in your mind and think about things deeper and differently.
Yep. Yeah. And it definitely helped me like focus more, for sure. Yeah. So like, since you guys did start smoking so early, did you guys get any of those effects like kind of early on, or did it like kind of help you open up your mind and expand like on certain things a little bit more? Do you believe?
Yeah, I think so. It definitely was a good accompaniment to seeing music.
Hell yeah.
So there was that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to really kind of think about it.
Yeah.
When you're 13, I mean, I don't remember every part of it.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, and we also ain't trying to condone underage smoking either. I'm just asking
right.
I'm just asking them their experiences.
Sure.
We grew up in the early 90s were way different.
Yeah.
Than these are.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty common to like walk up to a shopping center and see a 13-year-old smoking a Marlboro Red. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like kids smoked cigs back then. Like everybody smoked cigarettes.
Now they just be smoking vapes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we probably would have been smoking vapes back then if we had them, you know, but all we had was cigarettes.
Yo, that's it. See, that's why I love like having the OG growers on and stuff like that, because you get to like have these conversations and stuff like that. Because like, so it's so accessible to get cannabis now. Like when y'all first started, what was it like trying to get weed and stuff like that for y'all? Like, how did you get it?
Yeah, a buddy of ours, older brother, would kind of just hook us up, and at that time it was, you know, do you want kind or swag? And the price was half the price for swag, and but it was like $100 a quarter, and then $50 a quarter for swag. So yeah, weed was $400 an ounce.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
maybe it was $350, but by the bag, $100 an ounce.
like a cool person, like a nice person, be like, dude, I'll hook you up this for $350.
Yeah.
And you would generally, you know, give it to your boys, and you'd have a little bit for yourself. And then, you know, the thing about like as far as my high school going through, like I knew maybe one indoor grower, and you would have to wait until his round was done, and then you could get that. But in the meantime, like you didn't have access to that. And then once you would like drop it, like it would just get taken so fast.
Yep.
And you know, that was kind of the only way of getting something indoor, you know. And then if that didn't happen, you had to go venture out to a concert and try to find someone that had something, you know, that way in the parking lot. But, you know, there was a time where you could go to the Loop.
Yeah.
And there was a statue next to Fitz's. And there was a dude.
Yeah.
And it probably wasn't the same guy, but there was always a guy. And you could generally find something in the Loop back in the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, shout out the Loop, yo.
For
Back,
sure.
Yeah, that used to be the weed capital of St. Louis.
It really was.
Yeah.
Like you could just go there and you would find something or find somebody to get your head straight.
Yeah. Damn, man.
It's crazy to think.
Hey, that was a time, yo.
Yeah. But pretty cool we had access to that, and, you know, it was some access.
Yeah.
You know?
That's dope, yo.
Yeah. I mean, it was just different times. You know, that's the thing now. People have access to basically everything, and the innovation of the, you know, the concentrates and just everything is just on a different level than it was back then.
Hell yeah.
You know?
So if y'all was going to concerts back then, especially like around Delmar in that area, did y'all ever see like Midwest Avengers?
No. I never even heard of them.
Okay. They were like a hip hop fusion band.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly we'd be going to Riverport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Big box venues.
Got
stuff
you.
like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
You know, we got into, you know, Fish at an early age, and we've both, I mean, you've seen a lot more than I have, but, you know, I mean, he's seen probably way over 100 shows.
Damn.
Yeah, probably 130, 40, something like that.
That's what's up.
Damn.
Damn.
So yeah, a lot of Fish, a lot of, you know, jam bands, stuff like that, that we would go to. Anything, you know. Reggae was another really big, you know, love reggae.
Hell yeah.
There used to be a really good spot in the Central West End. It was a Spanish bar club, maybe Viva or something.
Yeah.
And they used to have a reggae night.
Yeah. It's still Club was still around.
Okay. They're
Yeah.
still doing that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've done the salsa night a couple times.
Okay. But back in the day, like, you could, you know, catch a sick reggae show on like a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think they still do those too.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, just doing that, and, you know, getting back to like our past. So, you know, I didn't really socialize with that in high school, not on purpose. Just we went to different high schools,
Right.
And so getting back, I wanted to move to Colorado after high school, and so, you know, family friend had a daughter that was like a junior there, and they were like, you know, she needs a roommate. If you want to go out there, like, get you a spot, get you set up. And I was like, let's go.
That's what's up.
Mountains, good weed,
Yeah,
snowboarding, like, take me. And so I was driving past the dorms with my roommate's boyfriend, and I look over to my right, and I, you know, see what I think is Adam. And I'm like, dude, pull over. And I'm like, I think I know that guy. And I walk up to him, and sure enough, it was Adam. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing here? And he's like, I go to school here, Colorado State. And so, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, hop in the car. Let's go smoke. It's been a while. And so we went back to my house, got high. I think I had, if I remember right, I have a pretty crazy memory. And I had, I believe, some White Widow. And we puffed off and started hanging out. And then that following year, we, had an apartment with another guy. And, that's just kind of crazy how, kind of started back up in Colorado,
So Jeff was kind of my plug in Fort Collins.
So I knew an older person that was a junior. So she was already kind of knew a couple growers, And so... I took advantage of that and would, share it with my friends.
Hold on, before we go too much further down the college route,
yeah,
I want to kind of dip back for a second because I want to know how you started at Colorado State, and did that have any effect with the cannabis or anything like that?
Yeah, and why did you go to Colorado State?
Yeah.
I pretty much picked that school because Colorado's reputation for weed, and we took a college trip out there, and a friend of mine was just, I think, outside the natural resources building, and just met some dude who puffed him down with some Cough One, which was like a famous Fort Collins strain.
Yeah,
we'll talk more about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So just that little experience kind of pushed me. I was looking at Boulder. I didn't get in right away, but they eventually, I think, let me in.
Yeah.
But I just picked CSU because, for one, I was really into hockey at the time too, and they had a really cool outdoor roller rink.
Gotcha.
So I played for the CSU.
I was right in the mountains and shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had a mountain view. It was really cool.
That's fire.
Fort Collins, I remember first going and visiting, and I was just like, this is it.
Yeah.
It's a cool little college hippie town, and you had a great view of the mountains, and it just wasn't overcrowded, and just a really cool vibe. I was like, this is the spot,
Yeah. I didn't get to make it out to Fort Collins. I made it out to Boulder.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to make it out to Fort Collins while I was down there.
I feel like Boulder's just a little bit more busy, hustle bustle, kind of a college town. That's the only difference. Still beautiful. I love Boulder.
Yeah.
Boulder's awesome. But Fort Collins is just a little bit slower.
Okay.
A little bit more spread out.
Yeah.
A little bit more chill.
Okay. That's what's up.
But I would definitely, I haven't been in a long time, so I'm sure it's night and day difference from how long ago I've been there.
CSU is also a state school. It's a little cheaper.
Okay. So that helped. Yeah, that came in
a little bit of a different scene than Boulder.
Oh, yeah. Hey, still, that's where it be at, though. The state schools be popping. Shit. For real. Okay, so now I want to ask about a little bit going into how was it doing the college thing and going into learning about cannabis in Colorado.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, Jeff was had a kind of a contact with an older person when I first got there. So, we were definitely looking at, had some good weed. And then just kind of meeting people, the dorms, and the first couple of years there, just kind of getting a little more plugged in and finding those friends who had access to that.
I mean, yeah, you could be, we used to set it out on the porch and just, chill, and a dude would, skateboard by your crib, and you'd be like, yo, what are you doing? Come up. And you just start talking to him, and then get that relationship going, and, just you'd meet people like that, just organically, speak out hey man, what are you doing? We want to hang out, and, you could just see that they were cool people.
Okay.
And, invite them up.
So then how did y'all get to growing then?
So we'll back up just a little bit. So I only lasted in Fort Collins for 2 years.
Okay.
And then I rolled out, left Adam with all the connects, and here you go. And I came back to St. Louis. So you can kind of.
So I ended up getting just kind of a general degree. So it wasn't pushing me directly into any particular career.
Okay.
And I had a friend from Philly who was growing at the time, and it was that was my first time really seeing a garden. And I graduated, and he was ready to gave me a few plants, and went down to the store and actually purchased some lights for me. This was a time where going to the grocery store was a little bit sketchy.
Right.
You know, people were worried about being followed home, these kind of things.
Yeah.
So I think I started with just a few plants of something called Sweet Tooth, which was an Amsterdam strain. Was nothing super special by our standards now.
Got you.
But yeah, just 2 lights in a few 5-gallon buckets, and you know, eventually it was a few more lights, and so yeah, just kind of rocked it in Fort Collins like that for, you know, 5 years, 6 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're talking like no carbon filters,
Well, not at first. Eventually, we had carbon filters, but when I first started, I don't even know if you could buy a carbon filter.
That's dope.
Which, yeah,
So then,
Not that dope though.
no, because like then
scary.
because then you had to be resourceful. So then, what did y'all do in substitute of that?
I mean, not much. We reeked up the neighborhood.
Pray.
Yeah, pray, right.
Damn, so y'all ain't had like no little secret tips or nothing that y'all tried to do.
You could blow the air into your backyard, you know, try to blow it the other direction. But
Point it.
after not too long, yeah, I mean, a carbon filter was really crucial advent into the indoor growing.
Ain't try to do like a bunch of dryer sheets and shit on the vents.
No, but we did use those to smoke weed in the dorms out of.
For sure, the doob tubes.
Yeah.
Gosh,
That'll ruin any flavor that your weed might have if you blow it through a doob tube.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
because you hit it and you're like, ah, and then you exhale and you're just like, oof. It's just gnarly.
Pretty chemical product.
Yeah.
But when you got didn't you have like an RA that lived next door to you?
Yeah, the RA did that's the resident
Yeah.
assistant.
Yeah.
He did live next to me, but he kind of, we were respectful guys, and he really didn't mess with me. He didn't want to push it for some reason. I don't know. We kind of got lucky.
I mean, you ain't no small dude, man.
Yeah,
So like,
I guess that's true.
yeah, and you played hockey.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you probably knew to fuck him up.
Yeah, I think it was more. I think it was not so much that. It was just I was respectful of him, and he was respectful of my space.
Man, I was trying to give you some street cred. You didn't. It's all right, man.
I wasn't gonna beat him up. But so yeah, I was in Fort Collins for a while after I graduated, and then the opportunity arose to kind of get on the legal side, and a friend of mine who was starting a dispensary asked me to kind of be partners, but on the grow side. This was kind of when they were fleshing out the law in Colorado, so we thought we were going to be partners, but we moved down, we invested some money in the project, and it turned out that Colorado passed a law where we had to be employees of the dispensary.
Yeah.
So we really couldn't be partners. And then they wanted to pay us a pretty small amount, like what it was probably a teacher's salary at that time. And then this guy proceeded to, he bounced a couple checks to us, and we kind of just didn't see eye to eye. And I ended up getting fired after a year, mainly because they couldn't afford to pay me. But I moved to Denver that year to do that.
Okay.
That was like 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you remember any genetics that you guys did back then, or? Because I really wasn't around this era too, so like I'm kind of interested in this little segment.
There was a Hawaiian strain that was pretty big in Fort Collins that we got. I think it was from Boulder, and we grew that for a long time.
Hell yeah.
That was solid. There was a bunch that first year was,
like 2010, like were we talking like chems, like what?
Wasn't really chem.
OGs.
It was kind of like that green crack era. We had a Chocolope. There was some Amsterdam stuff. The genetics scene in 09, 10, totally different than it was, that it is now. There just wasn't nearly as much.
Yeah, that was back when it was more so like you had the base strains, wasn't it? A lot of that.
Yeah. So,
I mean, yeah, because like by 14, you had some newer ones coming out, like when legalization in Colorado happened for rec.
Yeah.
yeah, we eventually got the Sherberts and the gelatos and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And a lot of that seemed to really change the foundation of the genetic pool.
That was the era that I came in. The green crack. I know Blue Dream.
Bubba Kushes.
Yes,
all the
Bubba
Kushes,
Kush was.
Kosher Kush, all the Kushes.
Yeah, there was a point where nobody wanted Blue Dream anymore because everybody was growing it.
Yeah.
It was saturated for sure, but it was really good.
Oh yeah, but now it's making a comeback though.
A lot of stuff is.
Yeah.
You know, stuff cycles, and, you know, they'll cross everything with everything, and, you know, it'll come full circle.
Yeah.
You know, like gases are coming back, and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people are crossing the gases with the candy, and, you know, it's all exciting.
Yeah.
I'm not down on any kind of, you know, if you got an idea, run it. If it's good, it's good.
Fit
I'll
X,
take
yo.
good candy. I'll take good gas, as long as it's good.
Hell yeah.
You know?
I love that.
We want the good stuff.
Definitely agree. Okay, so let's get back into these origins a little bit. So this is we just got through college, so now we're after college, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how did y'all two end up linking back?
So, yeah, you know, I came back to St. Louis, you know, worked all different kinds of odd and end jobs. And, you know, I went through a period where I really didn't consume cannabis on a consistent level, but, like, I still would search for it just because my whole life, I've just been searching for the best weed. And if someone would be like, hey, I ran into something, I'd be like, oh, is it that good? And they're like, you should check that out. And then that would kind of spring me into being like, okay, I want to puff, you know? And so, you know, kind of off and on for me until about 14. And then in 14, I wanted, you know, when Colorado went rec, I was like, man, I really want to go out and check it out and see if, you know, it's as good as they say, you know? And mind you, like, you know, stepping back a little bit too, I will say, like, in the early days, we were getting a lot of herb from Northern California, from Humboldt. And we kind of skipped this part. We did have, you know, a really good friend of ours whose father went to a really famous California school, had connections with people up in Humboldt. And we were able to try some really good outdoor Humboldt-grown weed at an early age.
That's fire.
I totally forgot to bring that up. And that was another thing that kind of changed and opened my eyes up of like, wow, this is outdoor and grown, but it like tastes like the ocean, and like just the high you would get from smoking that organic outdoor. It was after, you know, smoking just the worst weed. I mean, it was mind opener and just like, holy crap.
I don't know if it tasted like the ocean, but
To
it
me,
tasted good.
He felt like he was tasting the ocean. He was so high.
For sure. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that part up. And, you know, we had a really funny friend who's no longer with us, unfortunately. But this guy was just an animal with weed. And he always had access to really good weed. And, you know, we would be at shows and like in the parking lot, and people would come up and show him something. And he'd just be like, ugh, get that out of here.
Yeah, he was picky.
Just so picky. And that kind of like opened our eyes up of like, oh, like, you think that's bad? Like, what do you smell? Like, what's good? And then he'd see what he had and he'd be like, oh, wow. Like, damn, dude.
Fire. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm getting tempted because we keep on talking about all this weed talk. I'm almost like, I want to start smoking, but I'm almost, because y'all already said y'all ain't going to smoke today. So I want to wait a second because I want to get more of this story out. I don't want to start messing up the interview because I got too lit. So let me talk a little bit more before I get started. But I might just start peeking into this bag, though.
We brought you some goodies.
Yeah, because they did. They got a whole goodie bag, man. This shit is lit. Okay, now, let's get back to what we were talking about.
Okay.
All right, so we were just talking about how y'all had just came back together. You were starting to look for genetics and whatnot. You were finding all the different strains. This is around 2014.
So yeah, so I went out to Colorado in 2014 to see some concerts, some fish shows, and I hit up Adam. I was working for a hotel company, and I had really good perks. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go out, see some shows.
It's actually smart as shit.
Free place to stay almost. And I'm gonna hit up Adam and see what's up. And so, we met up, and it was my first time seeing one of his projects, like in person. And I remember like just being like, wow, like he's really good. This looks really good, and came back to St. Louis and just, kept working. That was like, Fish plays or used to play every Labor Day weekend in Denver.
Okay.
And so you kind of knew that like every Labor Day you were going to be going to Denver. So like year after year, I just kept coming back and just kind of like, get into his business a little bit more. We kind of rekindled our friendship a little bit, and got to the point where I was just like, I kind of want to be involved in this.
Yeah.
Like I want to help him. And just kind of started going out there, and, he kind of showed me how to buck. That was like where I first started with like touching a plant.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, he would let me buck.
Ah, man. Hey, isn't that like, look, that's the early days of being a pothead, is being happy to buck.
I mean, dude, I was
Right.
stoked. I mean, I was like, oh, cool. Like I can, sit here and just, buck all, just chip, and, look at it. And, I'd sit there and just, grab a, 4-inch nug and just like stare at it,
So were y'all doing the hand trim back then too?
Oh, yeah,
Always, yeah.
He's never not hand trimmed, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think that you can really replicate what you can do with your hands.
I
you know?
agree.
There's a downside to every trim machine.
So were the bonsais out there back then, or do you even use bonsais now?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
Oh, the bonsai clippers?
Oh, like just shears? Like,
They're like electric clippers.
No, they got like the yeah, they got a special way of how to clip them so you can get the sugar leaves and all that a lot easier without having to break the stems on the actual leaves and the flower, so it can still stay intact.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let me look them up real quick.
I might know what you're talking about if I see the picture.
I guess that's one good thing we could probably venture out to more of these like trade shows where all this new technology and easier ways to do things, but
Yeah, like
set in your old ways.
a lot of the homies put me on to them. So like usually they'll kind of look like these, but you can also get like how it's got that like pointed tip at the end.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
No, I've actually not seen that before.
Oh yeah, it helps with getting like the smaller leaves and all that.
Okay, so to me it just looks like a really pointy scissor.
Yep. Yeah.
That's made in Japan. It's actually really cool looking. But
My homie Living Soil, he put me onto that, and he was like, man, his fucking trees look like Christmas trees every time. Like they were like perfectly hedged and all that. Like he would go amazing. But these were the ones that he used though.
Okay,
go
nice.
to bonsai shears.
yeah, supposedly like that style
Bonsai
of
clippers.
shear, a lot of like professional, people that do trimming full time use those kind.
Yeah.
We're using the spring loaded like Fiskars.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I love.
yeah. They also
Brand
got
new-
those in bonsai too though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like a brand new set of Fiskars is what I like to start off with, and
Yeah.
just, keep it clean and sharp and keep that hash off of it and wipe it down, and it works great.
hell yeah. So with like I said, because y'all started early in the game. This was before like a lot of this shit even came in. Like I said, the more useful doing it and all of that. So like, how was it in Colorado growing in those early times? Because like he said, he came through and was doing the shucking and all that. But like, I mean the bucking. I'm sorry, the bucking and all of that. And
just part of it was, you're in a rental house.
okay, yeah,
So, there's some downsides to that. You're not in control of, you don't know when your landlord's going to come through
Yeah.
or he's going to refinance the house or whatever. So there's a lot of stress that goes along with that, which isn't so great for you.
right.
So I had to come through, deal with a lot of that. But one of the other things I wanted to touch on, since you wanted the whole story, is going from essentially a basement with a handful of lights to a commercial facility.
Yeah.
and eventually, I was like let go of that job. But the amount that I learned that year really changed my kind of the ability of what I could do. Just learning every medium, and the different nutrient companies, just more experience.
Exactly.
Going from a handful of lights to 100 is a big jump.
More plants, more problems.
Yeah, and also just the stress of you got to have a lot of respect for these commercial cultivators, because there's a lot on the line. Investment wise, you really can't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And you really got to be at that warehouse a lot. But I learned a lot in that time, so I was kind of able to apply that back.
Yeah.
Which was really helpful. But it was easier back then. I'm talking about like 2015-ish right now. I might have had just a couple strains, and I could tell them apart. I didn't have to label anything. And I mean, you compare that to now, you've got to kind of have a dispensary's amount of options to look appealing. And
then, at that same time period too, a bunch of your buddies kind of were running the same gear too, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was just kind of like sharing genetics, because it was tried and true, and they had the project going. You would let them have that.
Yeah, we shared some clones, but I was pretty careful with who I would share them with or share them from. Yeah. Because you can introduce a lot of problems into your garden.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's more talking about like giving them away, like to some of your buddies that wanted to start a project.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, plant STDs are real, y'all.
Yeah, so everything that we have now is seeds that we put down ourselves. So there's no outside clones ever, mainly to maintain control and to not deal with, there's all these different diseases that some of the commercial facilities have. Hop latent is one of them, and just really like spider mites and powdery mildew is, kind of my nightmare. So
hell yeah,
you try to
nah, for real those. Hey, and the hops, man. Hops was bad for a minute there, like in the early, I want to say it's kind of like towards the med days of Missouri. Hops was going around bad.
Okay.
Yeah. And some bad mites too, broad mites, and there's a few different type of mites that you really don't want that will shut down your garden.
Yeah, it would just suck to, get something from somebody and then just all of a sudden your garden's just
destroyed.
Out,
yeah.
Yeah, you're infecting yourself.
Yeah. Shit's real, yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with taking cuts from people. It's just you got to be careful.
You have to trust them, their word, and you have to make sure you run an IPM program. One of the things I also wanted to say about, what we have here is, none of this is sprayed with anything harmful. We really only, since everything's from seed, we really only have to spray a few times during veg, and we keep everything at bay.
Hell yeah.
Really, if it was a new grower, my advice would be to spray twice a week and alternate what you're spraying. But we used Lost Coast plant therapy.
Okay.
And I'm kind of spacing out on what the other one is right now. Good. But yeah, that's a really important facet. Like, we don't spray anything in flower at all, and there's nothing really harmful sprayed ever.
Hell yeah. I love it.
So you're getting clean product.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, if you wanted to bring up a really key thing, is the difference between having a project in Colorado versus having a project in St. Louis.
Hell yeah. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Colorado's a lot easier to grow because it's a lot drier.
Yep.
So this is a very challenging environment with all our humidity and our heat.
Yep.
It's difficult. You need a lot more equipment to keep it right.
Yep.
I was able to do what I was doing in Colorado without dehumidifiers. And actually just really pulling in fresh air from outside. The lights are on at night, so you're just pulling cool air in.
Yeah.
Nice mountain cool air in Colorado.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier because you're creating a lot of humidity yourself with every gallon of water you pour into your room. So, here to really do it right,
Exact
you
opposite.
need mini splits, you need air conditioning, and you need dehumidification.
Yeah.
Or else you will get mold.
Yeah. That's a fact. I feel like you can, and like to even grow outdoors, you need like only specific strains. Like you have to be strain specific when it comes to growing in Missouri.
Growing outdoor in Missouri, like if you're rocking some really good stuff, like applause to you. Dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, for real though.
Because the environment is just not ideal.
Yeah. So what medium do you all use?
We're in 70-30 cocoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Charcor is the brand.
Okay. That's what's up.
We most recently switched to House and Garden Nudes.
Shout out House of Garden.
Yeah. But we also do some organic stuff. We do recharge beneficials. Try to do that once a week. Bud Swell in flower, which is one of the oldest things in the game. It's really just castings and back guano. You can't really overdo it on that. And then we use humbled honey molasses in the end.
Okay.
A little bit. So some people are calling it synganic now, the synthetics in addition to the organics.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. So that's kind of the program we're on.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Okay. And did it take y'all a while to get to this point, or were y'all just kind of like we figured it out a while back? This is what we're gonna do, and this is what we're running with it.
So when I first started going out and seeing his projects, he was growing in Rockwool doing hydro.
Okay. That was probably difficult as hell.
You got to stay really clean.
Yeah.
I eventually quit doing it because I got a root disease where your plants would just kind of fall over. And if one of them got the disease, they would all share the same table and the same cocoa mat. So
that makes sense. So they all, if one gets infected, they all got
pretty
come
much
from the same source. So.
The whole table's
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I do remember when you switched, I happened to be in town, and he was like, I'm switching back to soil. Or cocoa. Maybe we were putting stuff in veg, and so we put it in soil, and then from that transplant into cocoa. But I remember it, and I remember like thinking like, like that's cool. You're trying something different. Like maybe it'll be better, and I think, in my opinion, they're probably equally just as good.
Yeah, you can grow great quality either way. That root disease is called Pythium, by the way.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep things as clean as they need to be in hydro because you have all the ingredients in your room being light, water, and air to create a great environment for fungus.
Yep.
So it turns out the way to combat it at that time was we just put things in soil and fed them beneficials, and they grew out of it.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
So when in doubt, go the natural route.
For sure.
Okay.
And so when you switch from the Rockwool, did you lose everything then, or like?
No, I didn't. Just a
and he was
couple.
still
I just
rocking
saw the signs on the root. The roots essentially go soft and turn a darker color, kind of a grayish or brown, and you can see it on your root tray, and you know that you're not starting off the best.
Hell yeah.
And that was like when you were growing the Hawaiian and the Chem. Like
It
you had
was
2 strains that he kind of like just rocked with, and this Hawaiian strain and this Chem he grew for a long time, like years.
Yeah, a few years.
Yeah. And then I remember we moved on for those, and that's when, he started having newer strains, and
Yeah, the ice cream cake was one of those that I got from a
cake.
buddy who worked at a facility in Denver. So
Okay.
that was one of them.
Vader OG, long run with that one.
Vader OG.
I had the ice cream.
You did
there
some
was
Sunday Driver.
Sunday Driver, Garlic Storm. There was one called Project 4516.
Okay.
Still around.
Yeah, I think that's a bubble bath cross.
Did a couple interesting ones. I mean, at the end, we you put down a good amount of seeds. We just never really got to see them finished.
Did you ever come across jet fuel?
Jet fuel gelato by itself? Not really, but that is the basis for the double up, correct?
It could be.
Really?
We'd have to
Or
look into
is that the Jokers?
I'd have to look in Seed Finder, man.
Yo,
There's so many strains.
if that's the double, no wonder. Because, like, honestly, that's what really made me love weed was jet fuel. Man, I can't remember the dispensary that I can't remember the name of it. It was a black-owned dispensary by a black woman. It was kind of in downtown Denver. I can't remember the name of the dispensary. Okay. It was one of the OG ones. Man.
You said the name.
Well, I think it's that. So Double Up is Mellows times Gastropop, but I think
you'd have to
Jet Fuel Gelato's in Gastropop, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know I got one of the things over there somewhere. I'd have to find it, but yeah, it's over there somewhere in the memorabilia. But that's gonna kill me. Yeah, that's the first time I ever had jet fuel, and that shit was just like, holy shit!
I missed out on that one. I don't remember.
Oh man, that shit was amazing, yo. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like, just so, what years did you live in Colorado, in Denver?
I want to say it might have been around like 2015. I want to say.
Okay.
Looks like I'm wrong here. Gastropop is apples and bananas times grape gas.
Yeah. When did Med happen here? Was it 2018?
18, I believe.
So then it would have been like 17 or 18.
17 or 18. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's that the grape gas has the jet fuel gelato in it.
Okay.
That's what it is. I knew it was in there somewhere. You need a chart for this these days.
Yeah.
I get confused because there's
so
many strains.
Oh, yeah. The lineage chart and all of that. Yeah.
It's insane, real. Man. When people ask you like the crosses and like somehow you can pull it out of your ass that you remember it. And,
hey.
Nah.
Hey, man, shout out to Adam, though. He been pulling it up for real, though. That's gangster.
I'm trying.
Hey, most people can't even tell you what the first strain is, let alone the lineage of it. This is their great-great-grandma and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's getting to a point where we need a really big chart.
Yeah.
You gotta study, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I've never even really thought about it like that. That does need to start happening. I know they got kind of like lineage shits, and they kind of tell you like all the different strains that could be in it, but legit.
Seed Finder will, if you
really
so if you put a strain in Seed Finder and they're in that, they will tell you, man, it goes deep.
Yeah, that's a nice resource. It'll chase the whole genetic line down to the origin.
And you're like, it goes that far.
See, this is why I needed to have some growers back on for once, and not just be smoking and shit like that, because. Hey man, we need this information back out there, man. I'm glad that y'all came on. I feel like this is dope because it's at a time now where I have kind of started branching out to not only doing cannabis but also doing entertainment. So a lot of the times now I usually have entertainers on and we'll talk about weed, but
sure,
they know it from a smoking standpoint.
Certain amount of people that do things, and we're the new ones, and
exactly.
I'm sure you've gone through, the people that have already come, and so happy to help.
Yeah, because I honestly, that's been my biggest thing right now, is kind of looking for that new. I'm trying to figure out how to put it. Like, I guess the new wave of people that are coming into the game and stuff like that.
Sure.
Because for a minute there, it was like, all right. One of the reasons why I did start to branch out a little bit more into entertainment, because a lot of the growers that I had talked to already, like either A, I didn't talk to them quite a few times, or B, they're not even really in the game in that capacity anymore.
Sure.
So we needed some new faces, and honestly, I do hope some of the old school G's come back and we could talk to them too. But for the time being, it's still got to branch out. We got to do what it do. So I'm definitely glad that, y'all have come through. And I don't want y'all to think that we done yet, because, we just getting started, as a matter of fact. Because I still got to do a smoke test. We ain't talked about no real funny stories like that. And we still ain't even finished y'all origins. Like, this is what I really like about this one. Like, y'all got a nice story, yo. Y'all didn't just start 2 minutes ago. Like, y'all really got y'all feet in the game, for real.
Yeah. There was the move to St. Louis.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I kind of ran into that same landlord thing where dude just wanted to come in, and it was driving me absolutely nuts. And it's pretty inconvenient to be ripping your garden down all the time.
Okay, my bad. Before we get into this story, yo, I opened this and it's like, as you can see, it's so loud, like we can't even focus right now.
I can smell it from here.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do this test real quick, and then we're gonna dive into that, yo. Because We starting to get into a good mood. I feel like we vibing real quick. So let me go ahead and get a little high.
Get your head straight.
You already know. Okay, so with that being said, I told them I was going to review something while I was on there. We still got quite a few things to review because they gave me quite a few goodies. Matter of fact, I'll dip in the bag real quick. So if you didn't notice, this episode's, as a matter of fact, you know what? We'll probably go ahead and do this week because I got another episode tomorrow. So we'll probably review one of these flowers tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So, but for today, we're going to review some concentrate because we ain't leaving out the building.
For sure. We're pretty happy with that, the way that came out.
Hell yeah. So, okay. You already know today's sponsors is Razor Edge Farm. And you already know how we do the smoking scale. So we got presentation. I'm going to give them a 5 because they came with a whole bag. So you already know. They came through and did it out. We got flour in here. We got concentrates. We even got a vape pen. Hey, we got some gummies. Also provided by...
Shout out South Spitty Bites.
That's right.
They make our gummies for us, and they're so good. I'm a hardcore edible guy, and I'm very picky about my gummies, and they make some good ones. And then that's my kryptonite right there.
You already know. Shout out to Too T3rpd fam, Jamie's Cakes.
Shout out Jamie, dude. She can flat out bake, man. Some of those cookies she makes are... You could find at a French bakery. They're that good, and she's helping us out, and that's she's using our material for those.
Hell yeah! And shout out to Corey too,
and definitely shout out to Corey. He washed up that sherbet Blue Nerds Haichu that you're about to try for us, and just did an amazing job. That guy can wash, man. Just such a artist at his craft, and happy to have him wash our stuff for us, man.
Hell yeah. So let's get into that look. So this look is looking nice. It look like some butter.
Yeah, he makes like a little flower out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just such a perfectionist of his trait.
Nah, for real though. This dude for a little fancy. I almost need it. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and take a real quick picture of it real quick. So,
dude,
I might have send it to the intern. Tell him to do something fancy with it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's sexy. Okay, so.
And that's kind of like something new for us, is having someone wash some of our material.
Really?
You know? Yeah, absolutely. Like, back in Colorado, he would have, some of his trim and stuff turned into BHO, like shatter. Not to
matter of fact,
go all the way back, but that was just something that, like,
that was pre-rosin existing days.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all, do y'all make any distillate at all?
No, but we had distillate made when we first got to town. We met a dude that Jeff knew, kind of friend of friend, who made some for us, and that's what.
It really wasn't distillate, though. It was like a full spectrum BHO.
Okay.
So, he had a loop system, and he ran some extra stuff for us, and that's what we were able to, use for the gummies.
Okay.
And people said, like, you can really tell the full spectrum in the gummy. Like, you really get a little bit more of the medical part, eating the gummy, the high. Versus just straight distillate.
Yeah.
Because when you distill it, all the terpenes go away.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool that he was able to do it and keep it full spectrum, where the terpenes were saved and all the benefits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and they're really good, and you can kind of taste them in there.
Okay. Hell yeah,
for sure.
All right. So now we got the smell of this Sherbanger times Blue Nerds times Haichu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearwater Genetics, they're a Colorado company. We run a lot of their gear.
Hell yeah.
Just when I picked that one out, and I remember like reading it, and I was just like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Those three.
The Haichu is from a Now and Later cross, which is another one of their strains. That's one of the first ones we did when we moved here.
These definitely remind me of candy. But
the Now and Later's has Skittles in it. Therefore, so does the Haichu.
this the interesting part though is it don't smell like candy. It's definitely got that gas smell to it.
A little bit. But I think once you exhale, you might get a little bit of the
Oh
fruit.
shit!
The Blue Nerds is the watermelon Skittles times forbidden fruit, which is one of my faves, my newer favorite ones, the Blue Nerds.
Yeah.
But like those three combined.
And the Sherbanger has the headbanger in it.
Yeah.
That should be size. That should be good. I haven't taken a dab in months, so this is probably more than enough, as a matter of fact.
That looks about right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's up. And oh yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 on the smell. Yo. Okay, so let me cap this real quick, and while you already know the vape gets ready.
Nice.
See what this taste is all about. Oh, wait. Is it going? No. Oh, that's why.
These new toys we have.
Yeah, these old fangle dangle machines. Y'all hear that? Getting that asthma going right.
Oh yeah. There's smoke. We've got smoke.
Oh, wow, you're right. Wow.
A little candy at the end, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I definitely taste that blue, yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've been enjoying it.
Ah, yeah, this is gas, yo. So,
And it's cool to smoke, like, even though you didn't wash it, but like it's your material. It's more fun that way to me.
Yeah, there's a card in there too, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking for right there. Okay. All right, so on the taste, without a doubt, this is 5, yo. Because smells are deceiving, yo. This is that ultimate fire, yo. It's got that gassy smell, but that sweet taste, baby. It's got that candy taste.
Yeah.
That's fire, yo.
It's kind of cool when you can get both.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I think a lot of people cross the gases and the sours with these new candies, and they're trying to get that like effect.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. I mean, people are going to be crossing, tons of different stuff and just searching and finding something that's just going to just blow your brains out.
Oh, for sure.
When you first smell it, you're just going to be like, that's the one.
Yeah, one of the things that changed it so much for me is the feminized seeds. We were always kind of scared of the male pollen screwing up what we had going on.
Yeah.
And now, it's just the sky is the limit for as many genetics as you want to try. There's, you got to watch out in week 3 for any male flowers, of course. But other than that, you can really look at a lot of genetics, which is really cool.
And I think that's the difference of like what you used to do in Colorado versus what we're doing in St. Louis. Like he would find, 1 or 2 keepers, and he rolled with that for a long time. And now, we are just trying constantly new stuff.
Yeah, there's some new seeds going into every round. So look at. And also, it kind of keeps you engaged to always be looking at new product, which is pretty fun.
Hell yeah. That's fine. So,
and getting back to the guy that kind of showed him how to grow at the beginning, he's a genetics guy these days.
Okay.
And so he's really helped us keep up. Maybe you guys should try this. This looks good, and we'll see something, get his opinion, what he thinks, and this guy just, I think I'm a weed nerd, but he just all day long is just, genetics, what's new. His seed bank is just insane. I hope one day, and I think he's getting a website soon where we could share it. and put a link up. But he's got some really rare and just obscure stuff and really cool collection. And we're lucky to have him and bounce ideas. And it's always good to just have an outside perspective of, someone else's opinion and
that's a fact.
advice and stuff like that.
So, okay, that actually brings me to a great question. How did you decide to make him your mentor as far as growing? Because, just go ahead.
Really, he was the one who kicked me down those first few plants and went and bought me the lights. So he made it really easy for me.
Yeah.
And, just kind of gave me those tips to start me off. So we've always been in touch about this stuff. And like Jeff says, he's got an insane genetic library, like the kind of thing where you could really build your own, you could create a bunch of new seed through. But yeah, he's G Seed Stock on IG if anybody wants to check it out.
Yeah, you can go to our Instagram, and I've tagged him in a bunch of stuff. So if you just go through our pictures, you'll see him tagged in some, like he linked us up with these genetics.
Hell yeah!
So he actually has a bunch of strains that he created too that we're going to be trying.
Okay,
yeah. So
that's what's up.
That should be fun.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so now that I got y'all here, what are some of y'all favorite strains, especially over the years that you've grown? Like through each, I guess, phase, what would you say are some of your favorites that you've grown?
So my friend hooked us up, the same guy, he hooked us up with something from Amsterdam called, what was the haze? Why am I spacing out right now?
Well, while you're thinking about that, speaking of haze, we haven't really touched on the Fort Collins cough. And that's like generally what we had access to when we lived in Fort Collins. Mm-hmm. And, if someone was like, you could only have one weed the rest of your life, and I'd be like, I could smoke probably. I'd get sick of it eventually, to be honest. But like right now, I haven't had it in so long that like I would really be hyped to have. That's one of my from that era, And Adam, cough is Northern Lights times Sensi Star.
No, it's NL5 times haze.
It's 5 times haze.
Yeah.
I thought Sensi Star was in there.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I was thinking of Super Haze was one of those. So
okay. Yeah.
You don't see a lot of hazes anymore because they just take too long to grow.
Mm-hmm. They be fire though when they come out.
Yeah, this was.
If anybody's got haze,
this was old school Amsterdam Super Haze, and it was. This was before people were really pheno hunting all that much. It was kind of like you planted a few, you took your female, and that's what you were growing. But this was really a good one. It had that spicy, peppery thing that you just don't see that much anymore. But we actually just put down something called Disco Haze from Top Dog that has.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's got the Fort Collins cough in it. So we're trying to get back to seeing stuff from our past.
And it's supposedly a shorter haze, like flowered.
Yeah, it says 70 to 77 days, which is anything over 70 to me is getting long.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try this one.
That's that good shit though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just again having the variety, and people want some gas. We'll try to get them some gas.
Hell yeah. I love that.
And
like, to be honest, like with this Dante's Wrath and his Blue Nerds,
yeah, so that one, definitely with the Blue Nerds in it was really, so Dante's is just known for being very frosty, really pretty, but just doesn't really have the loudest terps. Maybe some people have found some. We found one that smells good enough. But when they cross those two, we thought that'd be a good combo, and we put down one, and I will say I'm pretty impressed with it. We definitely need to venture out and try to find something else in that pack. But off the rip, just laying one down, we got pretty lucky with that one. I'm pretty happy. There's another one over there that says Stinky Blanco.
Yeah.
And so smell that and see. There's really no candy in that at all. Bubba Blanco times the stinkers. So I would say that would be like our most gassy, strain that we have right now. And that one we got a couple strains tested up at Bo's place, Grow Active, and that one came out 26% THC, 11% CBD.
Yeah, this one is tricky.
And he said that's pretty rare. Like he'd never really seen that before. And
CBD number that high.
CBD high, with both numbers high.
Yeah.
So
this is probably the nice balance right here, yo.
Yeah, it's definitely a nighttime, good for muscle aches, just really relaxing.
Okay.
It's the flavors there too.
But the taste and the smell is what really got us to keep that one.
The game plan is we're going to have Corey wash that one.
Yeah, that'd be good, yo.
That and some rosin could be pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah.
That taste. So, and it's, on the finger, it's showing good signs that it should be a good washer. So fingers crossed on that one.
Yeah, that'd be good to make into a lotion too, or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
With that high CBD kind,
yeah, sure.
That'd be dope to turn that into a topical.
Yeah, that's something we haven't really tried, but I have used topicals and they definitely do work.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Stuff like that. I love all that stuff, man.
Oh yeah, I use topicals all the time because I got bad feet. I'm pretty sure I got arthritis in my feet and shit like that. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You find it helps?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Especially like I said, good weed that definitely helps. But like, them topicals, do that damn near every night.
Yeah.
Okay, so now gone a little bit over the business. We talked about y'all's origins. Let's get into some of y'all funny smoking stories and stuff like that. Let's get a little bit on the lighter end of things.
Oh man, funny. Like funny how?
Hey, what? Give me like a time where you got too high.
Oh God. Me, that's all the time.
Well, I know y'all went to concerts, so I know y'all gotta have some wild ass concert stories, yo.
Oh gosh. I mean, I definitely had some moments on some, mind-altering natural things at an early age at one of those Grateful Dead shows, and me and my buddies split a bag of them, and we're walking in, and I remember, sometimes when you eat those, like you yawn, and you kind of like your eyes start crying and watering.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like I just standing in line, people shoulder to shoulder, and it's just kicking in, and I'm just like, wow. And this old hippie turns around, looks at me, and he just like smiles, and he's like, dude, it's so beautiful. And I was like, what is he talking about? And he just obviously just looked at me like a, 15-year-old kid, just like, this kid's just out of his mind. I'm just gonna mess with him.
No, I think he more so just saw you taking in the emotion of, and you might not even understood what you felt at that moment, but like you were taking in a real moment like that is like that. To be in certain elements like that, it is like, it make you cry a little bit.
I mean, again, I wasn't emotional. It was just from...
Man, it's all right, man. It might be 15, but it's all right to have emotions too, man.
No, absolutely.
Boys cry.
Absolutely, man. I've let some out, some good ones, but just that kind of remember that as being a kid, and it like messed with my head. It kind of made me laugh. So like, as far as a funny story, that, and maybe like there was a time where a buddy of mine's dad walked in on me, and I was holding a bong and a bag of weed. And he was like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, hanging out, man. And then what he didn't realize, though, the bag of weed I had in my hand was his.
Now that's lit.
So like he couldn't give me too much shit, you know.
Yes, the fuck he could. I would have whooped your ass. What you mean? He done stole my weed?
Well, about as far as smoking goes, I guess.
Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about you smoking. It's my shit. That's where it went left.
Being in high school, like it was a funny story, and yeah, I'd say those are my two. I
Yo,
don't know what Adam's got for you, but
that's
what I
funny
had.
as shit.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I don't know about going that far back, but probably when this was just in Denver when I was, 10 years ago or maybe 8 years ago. There was some girl I was hanging out with, and her roommate was always dabbing. So she had left, and I was about to leave, and this guy's like, "Hey, you want to dab?" And I was, I didn't really dab that much, and this was the kind of early days of that. And I said, "Yeah, sure, like I can take one." And then, I ripped it and just like coughed like crazy, and had to drive home maybe 15 minutes on the highway. I mean, I literally thought about just pulling over and stopping because I could not keep the car straight.
Yeah.
So, I'm really not a dab guy. I'm a kind of a flower purist.
Yep.
I'll try the pens when we have new pens just to, product testing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, we started with the BHO thing, like making our own.
The backyard BHO.
The backyard BHO, where we're packing a tube of frozen material and like running the butane cans through it. And then I realized that if you kind of double boiled it a couple more times, like it would be more handleable. And so there was a point where I had, an ounce ball in my freezer, and we would come back from the bars and, razor it off and take bong hits of it. But we kind of burnt ourselves out on the extracts kind of somehow.
No, it's easy to do. That's why I
then-
mainly smoke flower too.
Yeah.
Back then,
sure.
like it wasn't probably purged or like clean. Like you guys were probably getting a little of the
It
butane.
certainly is not.
I'm sure there was some serious
It
coughs.
was not solventless.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're ingesting a little bit of butane, no matter how much you cook it or cook it off in an oven or whatnot. But it's nothing like what Corey's got cooking here.
As well as many other St. Louis hash makers, because that's another thing. There's some fire hash in this town.
Oh yeah.
And there's some guys that can really whip it up.
Yeah.
It's another thing that's like so cool is like, there was a period where I would literally fly to Denver to get my meds, and the fact that like, then rec opened up and blah, blah, blah. But just now knowing all these cool hash makers and just having access to their products. And it's just so cool and so nice. And they're doing just such an insane job. I mean, St. Louis is bringing it.
Nah, for that. Shout out Corey with Como 10 Grow. You got Carl, High Plains Drifter. You got Tony, I Like Trikes. You got
New Moon.
Zach
and Miguel do a
New
great job.
Moon.
hell yeah. You got J-Town,
I mean,
Bitcoin.
Gorilla.
Yeah.
My buddy Alfuego, Soil Syndicate. I mean, I could keep going on and on.
I've heard of Soil
If I
Syndicate.
Didn't say anybody's name. Like, I'm sorry. There's so many of you guys.
Nah,
He's a
for
great
real.
guy.
I'm just trying to think like off my head. Like you've definitely mentioned, and there's so many peoples that I haven't tried. Because I just haven't been to that many events. But like, I'm definitely looking. So,
Oh, yeah.
if you see me, you got something good. I'd be like, hey, come on over here.
Oh, nah.
They
should fuck with you after this one now. Like, hey.
For sure.
They knew what it was when they signed up.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got that 5 out of 5 on this shit, so.
Lots and lots of really good growers and hash makers in St. Louis, and even breeders. Like, shout out Tree 14, dude.
Yeah.
We finally got some of his gear going right now. We got the grape sun-kissed and
Yeah, early signs on that one. That one looks really nice.
looking pretty,
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's grape cream cake times cuties.
Okay. Yeah, I've had the cuties.
Okay.
Have you not had his grape sun-kissed yet?
No, not yet. So this is gonna be part of the new iteration of stuff that I've had at Jay's. Like, so it's dope because like, I've known Jay, not kind of like when, like I said, when Med first started.
Sure.
So I've been able to, see a lot of like the different different ways of his genetics and stuff like that, and also to see the homies grow it.
Yeah.
And so getting the different phenos from the homies, like when he was doing like trying to get the seeds for what you see now, like cuties and all of that.
Yeah.
My homie Living Soil was one of the tester growers.
Okay.
To make those genetic seeds and all that stuff. So like that's where for me it's like always dope to hear these stories. Cause like,
Nice.
you know, I got to smoke the original shit of some of this stuff, you know, especially Missouri genetics. Most of this shit, you know, I got to smoke when it first when they first rounds of growing it.
You're lucky. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're a part of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Watch
mean,
them evolve and grow, and you know, I mean, what a story that guy's at.
Yeah.
And he's an inspiration to all of us. I mean,
no, for
he's
real.
killing it.
Yeah.
You know?
All the different iterations of all these different strains that he's grown and all of that, like it's dope. I think my favorite one that I've had of his so far is Liquid Sunshine.
Nice. I've had it through Corey.
Yeah.
Through Como.
Yeah.
I had
Yep.
some of his Liquid Sunshine. And I believe a buddy of mine went to a dispo and they were doing like a Liquid Sunshine pheno hunt in rosin.
Yeah.
And got like one of those 3-packs, and I got to try them.
Yeah, that's through Vibe.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
And it was fire, you know. And I think I've maybe gotten to try the Mississippi Nights once too.
Oh, yeah.
Which
So
is another fire strain.
when he was testing all those strains to do for Vibe,
Yeah.
all the growers that he was sending those to, like that's a lot of the stuff. Like, so that's where it's like, dog, this is a crazy hearing all this like now and hearing other people like growing the other.
St.
like,
Louis is a
man.
small town. Like I'd met Jay once through a skateboarding event.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
like, he was friends with some of my skateboarder friends, and we had that in common. Like, and he got to skateboard like his first half pipe he ever skated, like back in I think it was the late '80s. Was one of my really best friends' half pipe.
Really?
I was way young then, but he was like, yeah, I went over there and skated it and never tried to skate on a half pipe after that again, which is a funny story. But yeah, it's just a small town, you know. It's crazy how people know through, you know, different you know, stuff, and crazy.
Oh yeah, so you was a pothead for real. You was a skater, concert goer.
Well, you know, and not like when I was in high school or junior high. I started skating a little bit after like high school. Like in my early 20s.
Okay.
Kind of got back into I always snowboarded. And then I
Mm.
moved back to St. Louis. Couldn't, you know, we have Hidden Valley, but, you know.
That ain't the same.
And, you know, a roommate of mine was skating at the time, so we built a little mini ramp, and I just got back into it, you know. And then started doing a little downhill, like slalom, you know, fast racing and stuff like that. And that's where I got linked up with Jay. He was doing some downhill stuff, and I knew some downhill guys. But usually all those guys puffed,
Okay.
you know, so they were connected into the weed world at some point you know, through all that.
That makes perfect sense.
For sure.
Okay, so now I kind of want to get to some more recent events. Cause shout out to the Midwest Growers Symposium. Now, that's the one I did get right. How I didn't get Growers right, I don't know, but you know, slacking. So
sure.
yes, y'all, was this your first? Wow.
Event?
No, not event, but your first contest that y'all entered in. Y'all first growing contest that y'all entered in?
This last one?
Yeah.
No, we did the Head Stash Bowl last year.
Okay.
So that's kind of what started this. It wasn't really our intention to have a brand per se, but we took second in the Head Stash Bowl, the CannaFest.
Free seed day.
Free seed, yeah.
Got you guys. Yeah.
CannaFest.
Yep. Shout
Yeah.
out. Yep.
Yeah. Bo and Jay. And
Matter of fact, I was at that one last year.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a booth set up.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were probably there with each other.
Yeah, it was at CBGB, as a matter of fact. That's where mine was at.
No. So this one was at the place in the Grove off of Manchester, the Java place.
Oh.
Well, that's where the award
That's where the
ceremony.
award ceremony.
Got it.
And then the
Okay.
next day, free safety.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
In the little park,
Yeah.
parking lot.
Yep. Yeah.
It was in Ruth Park, and it wasn't
Yeah.
CBG's like
Yeah.
one of the first years.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
we saw that they were doing a competition, and we thought, why not? Let's enter a couple of these strains, and we ended up placing second place with our Joker's Candy.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was the first one, and we were really hyped, and they did a great job. It was a really cool competition, cool award ceremony, cool trophy. and just kind of opened our eyes of like, we need to spread more of this and get this out here. And, that's kind of where the idea of starting the brand came.
Hell yeah. So, okay, that was one of the main questions that I did want to ask. How did y'all come up with your name?
I just kind of came up with it because I'm a big Peter Tosh fan and I like Stepping Razor.
Okay.
So that's really what it's from.
I don't know what that is.
Peter Tosh was an original member in Bob Marley's band.
Original member of Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he stepped out and did his own, solo career.
Like you've heard Legalize It? The song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
well that's him.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
So that's originally what it's from.
So is that kind of where the tree came from as well?
No, that was just, I've always been into the citrus weed.
Mm-hmm.
Just interested in the idea that you could smell a fruit from that, that it would really have that flavor and would really carry over.
Yeah,
so my sister actually made this logo for us, and we kind of just tinkered with it. My cousins own a t-shirt shop on Cherokee called STL Style. So they helped us a bit as well with the graphics.
Yeah, this is nice and intricate.
And then another person that helped with it was Matt at Midwest Canada Creative.
Yeah, shout out Matt, man.
Matt is really great.
Talented dude who really can bring some ideas to life and has helped a lot of people in this community out.
Oh, for sure. He helped me build one of my original logos. Cool. And a lot of the original graphics for Too T3rpd.
Yeah, I thought he was really a pleasure to work with. Really on time with everything. Yeah. Really on top of it. Very professional.
Which in this game, it's really cool to see.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
And someone's passionate about it. And man, he's just been nothing but just a joy to work with.
Yeah, he really is.
And High Caliber Printing printed all that out in California for us, all those stickers.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was his. That's who he works with.
Okay, yeah, because this is crazy.
Yeah, so we were able to pick out the color where we wanted the colors on different sections of the jar. That kind of customized the whole thing for us.
Integrate the citrus colors in the tree.
Yeah,
so we're about to do some full color T-shirts and whatnot. Because right now we have one, but it's just this base color.
Okay. That's fire. Yeah, I've been wanting to. I had some merch because I used to have some Too T3rpd hats, and I had made a shirt at one point, and then I had not gotten back into the game. But my new ventures, I think it's time to get back into the merch game for sure.
It's fun to do. You can kind of design your own stuff of like how you would want it.
Mm-hmm.
And
then,
that's the.
We're about to have hats, and track suits,
websites now,
collabs with Nike.
Yeah. Hey, you never know.
Razor's Edge Nike coming soon.
I mean, it is legalized in Port. I don't know why they ain't. Hey, you never know, yo. They might come up with some shit.
I mean, I'm sure some bigger, way bigger people would have the first real collaboration with a legit company.
I mean, y'all are award winners, so let's not sell ourselves short here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let it breathe a little bit now, y'all. Y'all ain't scrubs no more, man. Y'all gotta take yourselves a little serious.
We try to keep it pretty modest.
That's good, but you did bring the belt, so
I thought you might want to see it.
It's a cool.
He's like, you want to see a little greatness for once,
Shout out J-Town and Cosmic Gardener for making that belt. I don't know if they collaborated together or who came up with that, but what a cool idea for a trophy.
Yeah, they just did a really nice job on the trophy. I wasn't really expecting it when I saw it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's leather.
They clearly spent a few bucks getting that.
Nah, for real.
I feel like that's what you get in the WWE.
Yeah, that mug is nice as fuck, yo.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna take a picture of it. That shit is legit.
Yeah, it's cool. Very, very cool.
Hey, man. Shout out to J-Town and Cosmic Farms, yo.
Sure. They really did a great job on their event, and you can tell they're passionate about it. And don't really know them well, but the times that I've the short period of time I was with them last Saturday, a couple of Saturdays ago, they were really nice guys.
Oh no, that's some of the realest in the game, yo. They always show me the utmost love and respect.
Sure. Like I said, everybody we've met so far has just been really nice and welcoming, and just seems like St. Louis got a really cool community.
Oh yeah. It's some legit dudes in this shit, man, for real. And they definitely done made history, and y'all are a part of that.
Yeah, truth be told, it never really occurred to me that I would be entering a competition ever.
Yeah. So, you never really did that back in Colorado, Well,
it's really for commercial cultivators and for big events, actually, when we did that one, High Times Cannabis Cup came through when that one year I did commercially grow, and we did enter this blueberry diesel, but it really wasn't ready, and so it wasn't really. It didn't pop.
I got you.
Didn't place.
No, it didn't place, and I wasn't surprised.
I mean, but that's even a better feeling, because now you know for sure, this is like a lot of the growers that are in the Missouri area that you went up against, and y'all are the best. It's
an honor, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. We were shooting the shit with Bo down at his store, and he was talking about competitions, and that it's not really a competition, and it's not, but there is prize money.
Yeah, I guess.
So we're gonna enter.
Yeah, it's not a competition, but it's also I love it because a lot of the times it's people that are you're not surprised because their stuff really is like that. So whenever I usually see people win, especially when it's the local growers and stuff like that, I know it's not capped because a lot of the times I've already had it.
Yeah.
So
I will say the way they did the judging on both the events that we've done so far, just really cool. Just local people who really love weed, and they voted.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a corporate setup thing. These are real people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're honored that they enjoyed our weed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to all the people who are putting on the legit competitions, yo. For real,
absolutely.
For real.
And shout out all to the growers out there. I mean,
for real.
We know what you guys do, and it's such a commitment and passion and just dedication. I can't, I got to give props to him. He's the guy that keeps it going, waters, and, it's not easy.
It's mostly about being consistent.
Yeah.
Day to day. Doing things the same day to day.
I feel like people have the conception of anybody can do that.
Hell no.
Easy. Just put it up. But it's if you really think about the commitment that you're about to take.
It's farming.
It's that. It's just you have to constantly be looking, going down. Just looking all the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. What would you say is your daily process?
Let's see. Most of the time it's just making water to water, but there are days where there's, a cloning day, or taking clones and putting them in 1 gallon buckets day, or taking 1 gallon and putting them in 5 gallons, or there's trimming. Those are all different types of days, but for the most part, the short days are just, it takes 45 minutes to fill up the water out of the RO and mix it. Maybe that takes an hour, and maybe watering takes 15 minutes. So some days are short, but then there are takedown, that can take a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or more.
Yeah, or more, depending on when everything's ready.
Yeah.
So there's not a typical day.
There's definitely times off, and then there's times where you're going to be busy for a long period of time throughout the day.
For sure.
And that's I guess the cool part of having the on and off times, but still, no matter what, every day they need to be checked on and fed, and just like a child, but more than one.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Hey,
But our goal is really to get the best expression out of the plant, right? And to have, some of the best in the area, but really, to have weed that's as good as that you can find anywhere.
That's a fact.
I need that in my head stash. Like, like I was talking about. I'm picky. And it's nice to,
It's a good thing to be, though, because you come out with quality.
For sure. And that's really our goal. And, that's what we strive for. And, we're starting a nice little hunt right now. Adam can probably talk to you a little bit about some of the stuff we put down that we're going to hunt for this winter. And it's pretty exciting.
We just kind of started a kind of along that fruit theme that I was talking about.
Hell yeah.
So just a few of these Peaches and Chem, which is from Stray Fox Circle of Blessings, which is the Stinky Blanco came from. So that's one of them. Chiquitas, which is Banana Runs. Gelato times Skittles as well in there.
Cypher Genetics.
Yeah, that's Cypher. Pineapples in Space from Tiki Madman. And then the Sour Lime Trop, which is supposed to be a good washer. We're going to try that.
From
Happy Dreams.
Happy Dreams.
Okay.
Several of these are from Bo's collection down at Grow Active.
Okay.
He helped me pick out a bunch of them.
Yeah, shout out Bo.
Yeah, for sure.
Such a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
Really helpful for us.
Yeah, good dude.
I told him I wanted some really eye-catching, flavor-forward strains, and he helped kind of articulate this list.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire. Yo, that banana reminded me of Banana Kush. When I was living in Denver, that was one of those deals.
One that you remember?
Yeah, the Banana Kush.
For sure. I had some Banana OG about 2 years ago that really blew me away. I was just like, okay, this is different than what I've had before. Just,
Did it have that banana flavor to it?
Oh yeah. It's kind of like now I'm getting, I've puffed a little bit of High Plains Drifters, Tallyman, and that's got some serious banana terps in that one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's been one of my favorite rosins.
Man, I gotta catch up with my homie, man. It's been a minute.
Like I said, there's so much out there. St. Louis has got it, man.
That's a fit, man.
But I could really tell just going through and cloning off of these recently last week, just rubbing the stems, how crazy the smells are now. So yeah, we're really pumped about this new round.
Hell yeah, man. That's fire, yo.
Switching over, we got blessed with some new lights, and it's just kind of like we got some new stuff coming, and everything's new, and really excited for this coming up winter, and it should be cool.
Hell yeah, that's fire, yo. Yeah. I think I kind of want to get back into growing. I've been talking to some homies about it, just getting together and trying to do something small. You know, I don't have the space or time to do it alone, but getting with some homies and doing something.
That help, and you guys can collaborate on it. That's awesome. You should.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Anything that you would want to grow off the rip?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hypo grow. I'm gonna do, because I've done it before. It was because it's in there. It's in my little mini fridge right there. Damn it. Yeah, it's one of his strains. Okay. I've had it on here a million times. Every time he comes through, he makes sure that there's some type of variation of it. He'll usually, bless me with it.
Right. Well, as long as you got a game plan, that's a good head start.
Oh yeah, always. And then I got some True and 4 genetics in there. Yeah. So, I definitely got. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's one thing. I've been blessed to be able to get some great knowledge and really people giving me some great genetics and stuff like that. Just being able to try all the flower and all of that, it's been dope. Yeah. Okay, so now I got a couple of quick hitter questions for y'all. So give me y'all top 3 strains each.
ever or out of the current garden, or what are we talking about?
Ever.
Oh man. So there was this one called the Mazzari that I saw when I was in high school one time that one of my friends' brothers brought back from Eugene, Oregon, and that had some really crazy pine smell and just this crystal clear high. It was really awesome. Afghani weed. And recently we actually bought a pack of Mazzar to see if we could find this, memory that I had.
Yeah.
So that's up there. What else? Well, that's one. I don't know, Jeff. You go from there.
Okay. I've been thinking while you were talking. Easy. The Fort Collins cough. Number one for me. I would say number two, I'd have to do another old school one from back then, which would be Black Domino.
Yeah, that was solid.
I had some access to some really good Black Domino. And then
You ever had that? That was an old Amsterdam one.
No.
No, okay. It kind of had like a lemon cleaner kind of smell, like a pine sol.
Really?
Yeah.
just real
famous
frosty,
Amsterdam strain.
Just,
That sounds
so good.
It was good.
okay. That sounds crazy. No, I ain't had that one.
Okay.
If anybody can find that, see if I can bring that up, yo. For real.
And then as far as a new school one, it's kind of boring, but it was one that he grew on around in Colorado, and it was Sunday Driver.
Yeah, that's a classic.
The pheno that he found of it, like, I don't know if you've ever had like a blueberry muffin from like a gas station.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well,
but
I said little Debbie's for a
it
living.
just had that like blueberry muffin terp.
Yeah.
It was just like, I remember I had a jar full, and it was when he was in Colorado, I was in St. Louis, and I was slowly smoking it, but unfortunately, like, I did too long, and it just like got old.
Yeah,
those terps went away, and I'm like, I should have just went to town while I could. But we did have it for a round or two. But I would say that one.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, it's kind of boring, but
no,
it's just one that really stuck out for me
because it hit.
Yeah, and it had that blueberry muffin terp that I love.
Hell yeah, that's fire.
But I'd say those.
Okay.
The Trinity. When we were kids, we had this strain called the Trinity that was just reeked of skunk.
Okay.
That was really strong. That's got to be up there.
And Tree 14 definitely knows that one. Like, he was around back then too, and that was definitely something some St. Louis guys were growing indoors, and it must have been a few different people because it got around.
Yeah.
But I remember specifically coming back from Colorado, moving back, and I had a bunch of cough. And, it wasn't that I was sick of it, but, like, if there was something new that someone else had that was just as good, like, I was down to trade. So this guy's like, I've been puffing on this Trinity forever. I'd love something new. So we kind of swapped.
Yeah. And
it was just some of the best. Like, that should have been on my list, but, yeah, good call on that one for sure.
Yeah. Cough one was a good call. Like I said, I like the citrus stuff. This permanent marker lime tie I think is pretty damn killer for flavor. Just like the joint actually tastes better as you go, which I think is pretty rare quality.
Yeah, I agree. Yo.
It's not the best looking. I don't know if that's the permanent marker, whether that's not the prettiest strain ever.
It's got more of that old school look with the orange hairs, and, I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have that, like, just straight frost.
But it still hit, though.
It does, and it's got that really good lemon, lime, real citrusy terp.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever gave the overall on this Shearbanger and Blue Nerds and High Chew. I don't know if you can tell, but I am blowed, so I'm giving this a 5, yo. This is, man, I've been struggling. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, golly.
Nice.
Glad we could get you there, my man.
Y'all definitely did, yo. And I ain't even, like, hit this, I just cleared a little. I said I ain't even take a whole lot either. Like,
I don't know about that, man. That second one, it was a pretty big cloud.
It was, but, like, I still didn't, like.
For sure.
Yeah.
You said I didn't put a big dent in that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
it's not going to take much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this shit, man, this shit hit.
Yeah, it's a nice mix up of the modern fruit and that gassy taste.
Those 3 strains, pretty cool.
That went crazy. Okay, so my second question is: you got to give me 3 guests that you would want to see on the show, and at least 1 you got to help make happen.
Ooh. 3.
Have you had the New Moon guys on yet?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'd probably
Zach,
be
get
my.
on here.
Does that count as 2?
Nope. That was a good one. That was a good try.
For sure.
I'm about to try to add them now. As a matter of fact, let me see. We said New Moon Hash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got that's like their main one.
Bet. Okay. Who's the next one?
Maybe somebody from Proper would be cool. It seems like they're one of the top outfits in town.
Yeah, if I can make that happen, yo.
Yeah, not as easy.
I might
with
know a
the
guy
guys.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's talk.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone else that you haven't had on that I would know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know, like, what other brands you haven't had on yet.
Some of the newer guys.
I mean, that's the thing. We're kind of the new guys, so, like, it's hard for us to tell who is who. I do know there's a guy that washes hash, and he just won a competition. Phantom is a hash maker.
Okay.
I believe he works with High Plains Drifter.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I saw that he won
I think I've met him
a
before.
Rosin award this summer.
Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty sure I met him with High Plains.
Super nice guy. I'm horrible with names. Like, there's so many names to remember, but I kind of know their brands.
Yeah. It was at one of those Up Late events, I want to say.
Okay.
Like, see, that was some dope shit. Shout out to Up Late for doing some of those cannabis
I remember
events
seeing
as well.
that,
Yeah.
but like I never went to one, so I didn't know like how it was set up and all that stuff. But what a cool idea!
Oh yeah, a lot of the homies were doing it. That was lit, yo.
Cool.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that did some music on one of those nights. His name's Anwar.
Okay, I feel like I've heard that name.
Really talented St. Louis artist.
Yeah,
If anybody wants to Google Anwar, St. Louis, shout out Anwar.
For sure. Because some of my homies were performing with that too. Nick and Knight and Kong.
Okay.
Chase Sanchez. Yeah, like
Nice. Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. They might.
Music and
Yeah, they might know
cannabis
each other.
and
Yeah.
that's cool. What a cool idea.
Yeah.
I guess that's the Strange Donut guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. They got some pretty good food too.
Yeah, I mean,
I need to
that's
get
the whole
him on
concept.
here. Shit.
Yeah, get some chefs. I mean, we're definitely foodie guys. We love the good food in St. Louis, so having some chefs would be cool. And I feel like chefs and cannabis, like usually if you're a chef, like you're into cannabis, and you could see how that works.
All right, so now you gave me a good one before the last one. Your favorite munchie meal or food?
Oh man. Probably like for me, chunky peanut butter.
Oh man, I'm allergic.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Probably just a chocolate chip cookie, maybe. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo. My shout out to my mother-in-law. She made some amazing chocolate chip cookies. Nice. We had went to Innsbruck this past week.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was dope.
Like some from scratch kind, or like from a packet?
From the packet.
Dude, even packets, you can bang out some pretty fire cookies.
Yeah, but it was some special butter that she got from somebody close. So
that's even better.
Yeah. So man,
wait till you eat that Jamie cake cookie, dude. You'll.
Man, it's probably gonna put me on my ass.
It will. It will. But the taste, oof, she can cook, man.
Oh yeah, I done had those pound cakes when she was doing the lemon. Oh man,
Our lemon bars.
yeah. When they came on, she had brought that, man. That was amazing, yo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them, yo. That was a great episode.
For sure.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay, now my last question, but most important question. All right, so let's set up the ultimate smoke session, right? And this could be 5 people, dead or alive. Who you got there?
It's a pretty intense question, man.
You know, we like to get deep at the end.
And you said dead or alive?
Mm-hmm.
So I got one for sure.
Okay.
Like, this is easy. Miles Davis.
That's a good one.
Mr. Cool.
Nah.
St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the most eccentric
Yeah.
guy. You know, I
Yeah.
think he would probably be one of the more interesting people.
Hey, and he blow down.
For sure. Maybe he plays trumpet.
Yeah.
I would say my other one would be John Belushi. Just to like puff with John Belushi and like maybe he'd make me laugh.
Yeah.
You know, I think
that's a good one.
That would be probably pretty cool.
That's a good
one. Now if we're gonna go like that too, maybe I could add like Bill Murray.
That's a good one.
Even though he kind of seems like an asshole, but maybe it'd be cool if I got him high.
Holland. He was a Ghostbuster.
I mean, he's an OG Caddyshack. I mean, he's the ultimate. Who else? I mean, I don't want to say like the probably obvious ones that most people say. You know, I'm trying to think of like. I'll tell you what. One, River Phoenix. You know, I'm like an '80s kid, so like River Phoenix was, you know, in Stand By
that
Me.
name.
He OD'd.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
R.I.P.
he was with like Johnny Depp and they had this really famous nightclub called the Viper Club, and he partied a little too hard that night and he overdosed.
Damn!
But a real tragic death.
Yeah, that's fucked up. He died in the club.
Yeah,
fuck.
Like right in front of it, like in the door, like front
fuck.
Door, like, they couldn't revive him.
Yeah.
But I'd say if I have one more, man, maybe like if another music person, probably like Willie, just because like he's smoked with so many people,
yeah,
and like so much experience, and to hear some of his stories would probably be pretty cool.
Hell yeah,
you know. So I'd say those 5.
That's a good lineup. I like that.
Yeah. I'll stick with those. I don't know how I pulled that out of my ass, but
hey, that was some good improv, yo.
Trying.
Yeah.
Now you're up, Adam. Good luck.
All right. You know, we were big Cheech and Chong guys as kids, so I'm gonna go with Tommy Chong.
Okay.
Brett Hall.
Ooh.
Nice. George Clinton.
Okay. Yo.
Abraham Lincoln.
Shout out.
And Charlie Murphy.
Okay. Hey, you knew what it was when you signed up.
Yours was way better than mine.
He had time though, so the pressure was on, but you succeeded though. I saw what you was doing over there. I was like, he's writing this shit down, yo.
I was thinking.
Shout out
Hey,
Charlie Murphy,
that was a
man.
good one though. That was fire.
For sure.
Yo.
What about you?
Ooh, see, look at you. Try to. All right. Pressure's on. Okay.
Yours.
So I'm gonna try to do an updated one because I haven't done one in a while.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs from.
It's a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey. That's
Adam said.
yeah.
Jeff's not up on the new hip hop right now.
Listen to that new Alfredo?
What's that?
Have you listened to that new Alfredo?
No.
Him and Alchemist?
Okay.
Yeah, they've been doing collabs. So him and Freddie Gibbs, look it up. They've been doing collab albums, and they call them Alfredo.
Okay.
And so Alfredo 2 just came out, and that's been on rotation for me like this whole summer. Like I listen to it every day since it came out, like
Nice.
at least once. That shit is fire, yo.
Give it a spin.
Yeah. Okay. So and then after him, I'd say go ahead and let's throw SZA in there because I like to mix up the crowd.
Okay.
And because, yeah, SZA knows what's up. Then let's see. I would put. Damn, I just had it too. You know what? Well, let's put Kevin Hart in there. I don't think I've ever done him before.
It'd be funny.
Yeah, I think that'd be lit. I'm trying to think of some people that I haven't smoked with. That I want to smoke with.
So that's 3. You got 2 more, right?
Yeah. Man, my grandpa.
Nice.
That'll never happen, but that would be
Sure.
man. Actually, you never, man. I might try to pull.
Is he still around?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, dude. That would have been insane for me. to do
Yeah.
that with my grandparent, both my grandpas, but
Yeah, he's the
Not
only
around.
grandpa that I met.
Peace.
And then let's see, shit.
Have you ever just to get there? Have you ever puffed with any of your parents?
Yeah, my mom.
Nice.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say my dad, but I think I said that before. But fuck it. Yeah, I said my dad.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right on. Yeah.
yeah, because I still need to smoke with him.
Nice.
That probably won't happen until he retires.
Yeah. Well,
If then.
you never know.
Yeah,
Never know.
we'll see. But yeah, shit. All right, y'all already know. This has been a very good episode. This has been fun, yo.
For sure. Dude,
Like,
thanks for having us.
I appreciate you coming through. Hell yeah.
A lot less nerve-wracking than I thought.
I guess hey, we've come a long way. The first time I met these dudes, they pulled up in shades and shit like that. I'm like, God damn, man, y'all looking like the police, man. I was like, am I supposed to be scared? Like, who's supposed to be nervous here? Like, you over here doing the Spider-Man meme.
Sorry about that, man.
Like I said, I understood. That's why I was like, they got that fire because I've dealt with this before, and everybody that's like amazing growers, they're all like that because, like, they really been.
We were
through it and all
outside.
that.
We weren't
Yeah.
trying to disguise our
Yeah,
identities.
the sun was out.
Nah, don't be trying to cover it up. Nah, man. I'm just saying, 2 white men in glasses, they come up to you, that's always a scary thing. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So, but nah, y'all was lit as fuck. We had a good time, yo.
For sure.
That was dope. So I knew just this episode was gonna be good, and it needed to be had because people definitely need to know about y'all, and need to know about y'all brand, and know about this fire that y'all putting out.
And just give you a little shout out. You got a really cool thing, and
Thank
very
you.
cool that you let people from the community come on and spread the word. And we appreciate that.
Of course, because that's how we all continue to grow. So that's what we got to do.
That's right.
Hell yeah. So let me know where to find y'all. Well, let them know. Let the audience know where to find y'all at.
I mean, as far as upcoming, we're usually at Better Days on Saturdays. Just if you follow our Instagram, Razor's Edge Farm STL, we will put on our stories where you can find us and give us a follow and come check us out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all already know. Make sure y'all follow Too T3rp on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow that YouTube. Make sure you follow. No. Well, now you ain't gotta worry about the hotline. Y'all don't mess with that anyway. We gonna figure out something new because I do want to start getting more interactive with the people and stuff like that, and start trying to figure out some cool things to get that going. But until then, yeah, we'll wait on that. But also don't forget to follow me, Donovan 2408, on all social media platforms. And also, last but not least, don't forget the homie MP3. You already know he's still out there on satellite doing his thing. And yeah.
Just wanted to give a few last shout outs.
Go ahead.
Some of the people that help us. Peanut Jackson, anybody that's really, helped us. We appreciate you guys and, keep supporting us and, we're having fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, y'all didn't just get started, but y'all are just getting started.
For sure.
Yeah.
We're excited for the future, man.
That's for sure. And y'all already know this is episode 1 of 2 this week, yo. So I'm excited,
Good
man.
for
Yeah. This Monday thing might start messing around and being a trend. We had one.
There you go.
Yeah. So I appreciate y'all.
Glad to
Yeah,
be
thank
part
you
of
for
it.
having us on.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
thank
really
you.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Y'all already know. It's been another one, and we will see y'all later this week. Peace.
It's 2 2 2
Turp.